Good morning, nerds. Welcome to my lovely bumpy commute in Ciudad Bolivar, a neighborhood in Bogota. The roads aren't great, and people often joke that it's more pothole than roads. But this is the local bus, and I actually really love riding it despite the roller coaster feel. We get to see up close Bogota turning from an urban to a rural town. I haven't filled the more countryside part because I forgot, but it's full of cute horses and cows, just trust me. We're now arriving at the main street of Paraíso. It's bustling with life, which is great, but people just park everywhere, causing huge traffic jams and bus delays. The street has its own economy, and a lot of jobs relate to transport. Because the buses always run late and sometimes never show up, there are private transport lines in really dodgy small vans or cars, and there's a lovely lady called Carla who uses a card for people who don't have their own, like me. Ugh, forgot my card again. But here we go, in the Transmicable. This is my absolute favorite part of the commute. I get a gorgeous view of Bogota and of Ciudad Bolivar. And you can really see the city growing super fast. Every day there are new constructions, there's stable constructions, but also, as you can see, a lot of temporary and precarious housing made of scrap. I won't get too much in the details of how and why people are settling here because I'm sure it's more complicated than I can comprehend. But a lot of my students had their families come here because of the armed conflict, and some have arrived more recently from Venezuela. Others just came from other parts of Colombia because of an opportunity in the capital and couldn't really afford the extremely high rent in the city center. And finally, because I'm in the more rural area, many are just farmers who've been here for a while but can't really make a good living and also have to sell their houses. As you can see here, a lot of efforts have been made by the town to make it nicer. The houses have been painted in bright colors, and most of the graffitis have been subsidized by the town, and we even have beautiful little libraries and community centers near the station, and it's just overall a very nice experience, but it always makes you think if it's just superficial changes that are just here to mask the deeper problems in our communities. The Transmicable has little solar panels on each bucket, saving, according to the company, about 750 tons of CO2 a year, which is great. But the biggest innovation is that it's safe, really flippin' safe. Safe from criminals and safe from many road accidents, and that's meant. As you can see, now we're getting to a new section of the commute, which is the Transmilenio, which is directly connected to the Transmicable. The Transmilenio is a bus rapid transit system which directly connects different parts of the city, in my case, the south to the north. To not annoy some nerds, I won't say that it's like a tram or a train, but on a bus. But the dedicated bus lanes with outer lanes that allow the express buses to go scarily fast. The traffic is atrocious here at times, so it partially solves that issue and the regularity issue, because it happened a few times that I just had to abandon waiting for the local bus to arrive after an hour or two or start walking. That doesn't happen with the Transmilenio. Now we're arriving close to home at an elevated station that does give us that train station feel. Here we can see the bike lanes. Bogota has 600 kilometers of bike lanes, and the city claims that 9% of commutes are made on bikes. But those numbers come from the same source that paid for it, and I'm not sure how reliable they are. Here we have my house. Sort of. This neighborhood is much nicer, and the people are very different, and they've never been down south like we have. And I often get asked if I get robbed or attacked when I go in Ciudad Bolivar, because people just don't go there. They just don't understand that it's actually an okay place that just needs to be loved a little bit more. And it's not better here. Like this corner over here, it's next to my house. It smells like poop. Doesn't smell like poop at work.